everyone, welcome back to my channel today. You guys have no idea how excited I am to be back filming, back chatting with you guys, back sitting on this couch, and yeah, let's get into it. So I wanted to really tie in today's topic of why are material things meaningful to us and give you a little bit of backstory about why I've been gone for a month, because I did not want or choose to be gone for a month. So I posted a video about maybe a month and a half ago, like I said, and then I was actually not where I currently live. I was away in a different state for a few weeks, and for those few weeks I brought a lot of what I use every day. I brought my filming equipment, all my lights, my microphone, my camera, my ring light. I also brought my laptop, my other work laptop. I brought most of my clothes, all my other electronics, just really anything. Think about all the things that you would use for 3 to 4 weeks, and that's what I all brought. So I was coming home, it was a Friday, and all that stuff was in a car, and that car ended up getting stolen out of our driveway. Craziest story ever. But at the end of it, all our stuff's gone. All our stuff was almost worth more than the car at that point that was in it. It was like whoever made out with that car literally won the lottery, because there was so much stuff in it. At the end of the day, then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, everything that I interact with every day, whether those things are important, truly important to your life or not, they're gone. My phone was gone, my laptop was gone, all this filming stuff was gone, and then on top of it, all my personal belongings were gone pretty much, besides just a few of the things that I left home. So that was kind of a weird experience for me. As soon as we realized the car was gone, it was stolen, my default emotion is always laughing. If I immediately don't burst into tears, I'll probably start bursting out laughing. And that's what I did. And I still kind of just have that attitude towards everything because, life is crazy. It was something that happened. 1 in a million chances that car to that driveway got stolen out of that. You know what I mean? However it may be, I was left with really none of my personal belongings for a few days. And I always think about it too, like, we acquire different things, and that kind of, whether it's your phone, your clothes, all those things cost a lot of money. And normally at one single point in time, you don't have, enough resources or funds to buy those things back, the next day. So that was kind of an interesting process for me, because it made me realize as humans, we do collect a lot of things and we use a lot of things daily, and we put a lot of emotions into those items in a way. My laptop, I am on it 24/7. It's, one of the first things I look at when I wake up. I also, do stuff throughout the day on it, and then I do my hobbies on it. I also do my work on it. You know what I mean? It covers, and it's a part of a wide range of my life. And that's just one example. But that got me thinking about, as humans, we do place a lot of meaning in material things. And you always hear those cliche statements, and they're probably true for a lot of the matter, is it's just things, it'll be okay. Like, you still have your life, your health, and obviously those are the most important things, central to you. Being alive, being an interactive person, having your health, your friends, your family, those are number one priority. You know what I mean? But I think we sometimes underestimate how much material things do affect us or do mean to us. And that's not saying maybe they shouldn't mean that much to us, but it is a reality, and I feel like it's worth discussing. So I always find that it's interesting. We kind of create these relationships with our items that we have. I mean, I even lost certain sweaters or a certain dress. Those things were stolen. And even though they're just clothes and they literally cost like $40 or whatever, it's still just weird, because it's my favorite sweater. You wear it all the time. I've had it for 7 years. And it's weird just thinking those things are gone. And it is an interesting mental exercise to all of a sudden in one moment have all these items that you use every day, you're grown accustomed to, they're reliable in your life, you know what I mean? And then in the next moment, they're gone. A good example of this was like my purse that I always carry around. It's been with me through a lot of different journeys, you know what I mean? I've traveled with it. It had a lot of items that were personal to me, all that stuff, and then at the next moment, that's gone. And even though it's just an item, it's weird knowing someone took it. It's weird knowing that those things traveled with you through all these journeys, whether, they are just objects, but you had them with you. They almost become kind of a part of yourself in your external expression of yourself. and then it's weird that all of a sudden those are taken by someone else and they don't really give reverence to that in a way. You know what I mean? They're just a purse to them or a thing to them. And I don't even know how to quite explain it, but we do kind of use our physical objects to express ourselves. And some of those, objects that we have around with us all the time are very integral to how we centrally identify ourselves to the world. If I always have my favorite pair of shoes on because I like how they make me look and I like how they represent my style, that's something that I want to portray to the world, and it almost becomes a part of that package of my personality. Another aspect I wanted to touch on this video is it was kind of a weird thing for me. I lost all my stuff, then I wasn't able to get back into my apartment or anything like that for a few days just because of, losing keys and losing yada yada. Anyways, once I finally got back into my apartment that still had some of my things, whether that be books or, maybe a lot of my cooking things and stuff like that, I felt this weird sense of calm because it was very comforting and refreshing in a way to be surrounded by things that I own again. That was a feeling that I wasn't expecting. I was with my friends and family those days prior after everything was stolen, and you're just living life like normal, you're trying to get stuff back, but then I felt like so grateful to come back into a space that was still my own, because when you feel like everything's taken from you, it is kind of a stealing of your expression, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on, we do put emotions and we do attach some personality to the things that we own and to the things that we use every day. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've definitely realized it throughout this process, and I think it's worth noting. Even though someone might say that they're just material things, we still do develop this weird type of ownership of them and representation, which means that when you do lose something or when you do want to reflect and maybe become a little bit more minimalistic, I think it's worth touching on and realizing, and then that way you can kind of identify which items mean the most to you and, go from there. Because I think one of the most powerful things about just living and, encountering life and everything like that is not even deciding if something is wrong or right, but just noticing it, interpreting it, and then seeing how that applies back to, your own decisions and whatnot. So I just wanted to come back on here for my first video back from the little break and kind of dive into a topic that was on my mind the last month, but also just give you guys a background about where I've been and yada yada. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be going back to normal filming schedule. I have a ton of fun podcasts lined up, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.